What is up, people? First things first, the mustache is back. Second, May Miles. What an awesome job. We have 46 people signed up. I can't believe it. I cannot be more proud of you guys coming together, making the best of these times, staying strong as a community. I'm super proud. If you're not signed up yet, get signed up. Our at-home daily WOD number 49. This is for Monday, 5/4/20. We're gonna do strict Diane. All right, what this is, it's 21-15-9 of single arm dumbbell deadlifts. You're gonna do 21 left, then 21 right, all right? Then strict handstand push-ups, 21. Then we're gonna do 15 single arm dumbbell deadlifts left, then 15 right, 15 strict handstand push-ups. Then you'll finish with 9 single arm deadlifts, dumbbell deadlifts left, then right, and 9 strict handstand push-ups. The weight is 50-35. This workout's kind of meant to be on the faster side, so do your best to keep the intensity up. Let's talk about scales for this. We can scale the weight back. Scales for the strict handstand push-ups. You can add height. So you would maybe stack a pillow up so it's a little taller and a little bit shorter range of motion. That would have to be strict as well. No kipping allowed, all right? If it's a strict movement, the scale must be strict. So add height, i.e. use a pillow, maybe an ab mat, or pike push-ups. That would be a great option. I'll demo what those look like. Or we could always do seated dumbbell presses, all right? After that, we have this no measure, and it is a lot of information. It's a lot of movement, so I'm going to do my best to try to get through these movements and the scales without making this a 20-minute video. All right, the no measure is going to go 2 rounds. It's going to be 20 Cossack squats, okay? That would be with a single dumbbell. Then 20 front squats. That could be with 2 dumbbells. 20 sumo deadlifts. That would be with a single dumbbell. 20 RDLs. Those are also known as Romanian deadlifts. You would use 2 dumbbells. And then 20 Bulgarian split squats. That would be 10 left, 10 right. All right. For these movements, you can always use body weight. All right. That's always an option. They are new. I'd rather have you moving well, greasing the grooves, figuring out the mechanics of the movement than doing it with weight and kind of struggling and getting pulled out of position. Having said that, I just mentioned you can scale the weight or just simply do body weight. On these split squats, we could work on a lunge step. And I have asterisks here. You could scale assisted with a PVC or a stick on those 2 movements. And I'll demo what that looks like here. Our warm-up, we're going to hit 3 rounds. You're going to do 10 beauty air squats, full depth, into a duck walk down back, into 10 push-ups, duck walk down back, and then we'll do some Cossack squats, so you get a little time to practice those. Then, in addition, practice these movements here before you do them, obviously, so you have a game plan as to what your scales are before you get started. All right, let's talk about our warm-up. We're gonna do 10 air squats. All right, let's be in our athletic stance. I'm gonna grip the ground, grab the ground with my toe, get a little torque like I'm separating the ground. So knees go out, abs on super tight, and I'm just gonna send the hips straight back like I'm sitting on the toilet, sitting right on the pot. Come on up. Okay, nice and controlled. 10 of those. Then we're gonna hold the bottom. You're gonna heel toe. We're gonna do our duck walk. This is great for our ankles, knees, hips. You'll duck walk down. Then we'll duck walk back. Okay, then we're gonna do push-ups, right? 10 of these, scale, simply go to the knees. All right. Then we're going to duck walk down back. Then you're going to come back and we're going to practice some Cossack squats. So a Cossack squat, I'm in a nice big wide stance, all right? Then I'm simply going to squat down towards one side, all right? It's going to look like this. I want my chest up. Notice how you can see the writing on my shirt. Notice my toe. You can keep that pointed down or you can let it go up, whatever you like. All right, that's kind of challenging. We could use assisted, right? Do your best version of this. What we want to make sure we're trying to do is keep our weight in our heel, and we don't want to get up over our toe. Okay. Or you could even use a counterbalance. If you got some, this shouldn't be heavy when you're using a counterbalance. Hold this out in front of you, that nice wide stance, and come on down the best that you can. All right. All right, let's talk about strict Diane. We're gonna start with 21 single arm dumbbell deads. Gonna stagger step this. So if I'm using my left hand, my left arm, my left foot's in front, and this is kind of a kickstand back on a narrow side, all right? It should feel natural, so you can make some adjustments, all right? Now, I'm gonna hip hinge, shoulder down and back. I'm gonna pick this up. Hammies and glutes do all the work. Butt squeeze, I send the hips back. Butt squeeze, neutral head position, so I'm not straining. I want to tuck my chin. So when my chest is down, my eyes are down. Hips go back. All right, it's going to look like this. 2, 3, 21. Then I'm going to switch. Hips go back. Squeeze. Squeeze. Okay, scale, you can use something lighter, or maybe you don't go down as far, all right? We go to mid shin here. Okay, that would be scaling the range of motion. All right, so 21-21. Now I'm gonna do 21 strict handstand push-ups. RX here, you need everything even, a flat surface. So in the gym, we usually do a 25 2 ab mats, and that's everything straight across. Here, I just fold the yoga mat in half. Boom. Nice and flat, nice and soft. This works well for me. I'm going to demo what this looks like. You're going to have to kick up into the wall. I'm going to lower myself. 1, 2. Okay. Pretty advanced. Now, add height, right? This is a scale. I could add height. Now I'm not going down as far, right? Same thing. We don't want to add so much weight that your range of motion, height, that your range of motion's tiny, because then you're not really doing much. So I would say maybe 1 or 1.5, something like that. This, when it's compressed down, right? Maybe 4 inches tops. Then I'll kick up, keep all things the same. Now I'm not going down as far, okay? So that would be one scaling option. Another one, a pike push-up. So I'm gonna hip hinge. I'm gonna get this nice pike position, butt up nice and tall. And then I'm gonna make a triangle, okay? I wanna get my head past my hands. So it'd be head, hand, hand. Looks like a nice triangle. So I'm gonna get my weight over my shoulders and come on down. All right. The higher your butt, and the more weight you stack over your shoulders will dictate how challenging that is. So you can maybe walk it out as a scale too. Instead of being piked up so high, maybe I'm just piked out here, shifting my weight and doing my best version of that. Or seated kettlebell press would work. Whew, abs on super tight, rib cage down, and I'm just driving straight up. All right, any one of those would be a suitable scale for the handstand push-ups. Now, Blast through that, 21:15.9 for time, then you're done. And we got this no measure. All right, I demo the Cossack squat. That's what you're gonna start with. So, big wide step. Doing your best version of this, right? Use that. Or this, okay, for a counterbalance. So 20 Cossack squats. Then you're gonna do front squats. 20 of those. Again, if this is really challenging, you guys could just work on super perfect air squats, all right? Or you can use dumbbells. We can hold them in a front rack here, where I got one bell on my shoulder, or I could go straight up and try to stack it here. Whatever will keep your chest up higher, all right? See the difference here or here? I got the bell resting on my shoulder, kind of the weight in the front rack, or here, most of the weight is on my shoulders. Some people might be able to keep their chest up higher with the bell resting on their shoulder, and that's okay for this exercise. Abs on. 20 of these. It's a great midline strength builder and awesome for the lower posterior chain and quads for the legs. So 20 of those, then 20 sumo deadlifts. Another wide stance, single dumbbell, wide stance, and I'm gonna kind of drop my butt. On the other deads, we were hip hinging and my chest is down. Now I'm gonna keep my chest up. I'm just gonna keep my shoulders down and back, arms right here, and I'm gonna drop down and grab this. Squeeze, hips go back, squeeze, hips go back, down, squeeze, notice my hips. All right, 20 of those. Then 20 RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. So we're gonna use dumbbells here, okay? I'm gonna keep my palms facing in. So I'm gonna pick them up to here. I'm gonna keep my palms facing in, shoulders down and back. Can you get it from here, please? Shoulders down and back. Then in a hip hinge to mid shin, all right? And then I'm gonna come back up, squeeze the glutes, nice and controlled. Mid shin, shoulders down and back. You're gonna have to use your lats for this. Hammies and glutes. These are gonna look like this. Send the hips back, I'm just taking a bow. Mid shin, oh, you feel that stretch in your hammy, and then squeeze. Notice my head position, right? None of this, chin tucked. Whew. That is guaranteed to light you up. Then we're gonna do 20 Bulgarian split squats. This is a newer movement. There's some balance that's gonna come into play. I'd like everyone to try this first without any weights. And if you can successfully do that, then you can add some dumbbells. So Bulgarian split squat. You're gonna get a chair, a step, something with height. You're gonna place one foot on there, okay? Now, you wanna find kind of a comfortable position, and this can change, right? Trial and error, what feels more comfortable, okay? What feels more natural. Now the key is, I wanna keep my heel from coming up, so weight in the heel, and I do not want my knee to drive over my toe. So the initial movement is hips down and back, okay? Hands on the side, chest up nice and tall. I'm gonna send my hips down and back. Up. Up. Woo! See, balance. Hands on the hips. All right, so this is where, if you're driving over your toe, big difference, right? Look at this movement. We do not want that. Send the hips down and back. And do not let that knee drive over your toe, all right? So try that, do a few. Try the other side, do a few. and then dictate if you want to try weight or not. But let's go for 10 left, consecutive. Get that pump. This is gonna light you up, something fierce. Then switch 10 on the other side, okay? You're gonna do 2 rounds of that. Scaling, you could use some assistant with the stick or PVC. Do your best version. The knee does not need to touch the ground, okay? And you guys, what we're working on is the hammy and glute here of this working leg, all right? So use that. Or if that's just a little bit too challenging, maybe we're still working on body weight lunges. Boom. Do these instead. This will move your needle. All right, do your best version of that, guys. All right, this should be a great strength day. Great hard and fast workout, good strength builder. For the second one, enjoy it, you guys. I miss ya. Peace.